Simon & Schuster Audio presents Mai Tai'd Up by Alice Clayton. Read by Heather Smith.
I've never been lucky enough to own a pit bull, but I've always been a tiny bit in love with them. This one's for all those gorgeous doggy grins. Prologue. I grinned as I watched the two of them circle each other without leaving their chairs. Perched backward on hers, she pointed aggressively in response to something he said. He pointed back just as hard, which made her unbutton another button on her shirt. These two. I'd never heard my cousin Clark complain so much about a girl, which made me 100% positive this girl was perfectly matched for him. Vivian this and Vivian that. That's literally all I'd heard from him in the last few weeks. I leaned back against the bar and pondered the passion that was pinging back and forth between them. Their words were antagonistic, but their body language? They were already having the sex. They just didn't know it yet. He leaned, she leaned. He rolled his eyes, she all but rolled her hips. Words were heated, their skin even more so. My skin was rarely heated. In fact, everything south of my ankles was getting decidedly cold. But that was normal for a bride, right? I was getting married in a month. After spending the last few weeks running around like crazy with wedding preparations, I was treating myself to a long weekend at my favorite B&B in Mendocino to see my favorite cousin. Coming up to visit him was the break I'd needed from my real life in San Diego. I'd spent the last few days walking on the beach, sitting by a crackling fire at night, and trying hard to see the forest for the trees in my life. And listening to Clark talk nonstop about this girl who had rocked his world. I was supposed to be working on my thank you cards for gifts we'd already received, but getting distracted by my somewhat...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?